Hello. Okay. Um. Good evening. Welcome to my channel, the number one grinder, real talk. My secondary to yours truly, the number one grinder. One of the best kept secrets on YouTube. The best of the business. I just did a live. Finished a live a little over an hour ago. Did it. My beautiful late mother, Frances Lee Thomas, and now I'm bringing y'all the underrated mother shout out. So then I'm open up the panel tonight. And mother, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to jump on and talk about your mothers. Then now it's still confirming that Kevin Samuels has passed away of the age of 56. That I'm gonna do a special live tomorrow. And I don't think it's just going to be a panel discussion on that. But I'll probably be busy tomorrow. Probably do a man's live. A lot of y'all need this mother love, man. Y'all do, man. Y'all got that mother's love, man. Y'all don't have it, man. So let me read this out, man. Just remember us as the righteous ones, we are still winners. That's the real. Let me see who's this. 300 Warriors, thank you. Thank you so much. Stay right there. I'm gonna hit you with the intro. Get this going. 300 Warriors, stay right there. I'm gonna send you the link through your text. Through your email. But let me start the song. Be back. Yeah. I got you. I got you.
What's up, bro? How you doing?
I'm good. How's the brother doing?
All right, all right. Can't complain. I I uploaded a video about bug out bags today.
I got you.
Pastor
Okay.
was there too. He checked on my video and was playing it in the background, and we were talking about what I uploaded. It was pretty cool.
Okay. Cool. Cool. I don't know. You got the no. I don't know. You got the notarization, but I did a earlier. I did a um special live about my late mother, my
Oh,
late
okay.
beautiful mother. I don't know you got that or not. I finished that. So then hit then so I didn't so that one I didn't do no panel discussion, but I feel like tonight to reach out to people. I sent the links out. I don't know if they got it or not, but just gonna talk about how the mother impact you and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff like that. Like I always do. People want to get on. Hey, my emails right in the chat.
Right.
And yeah, that's how you want to get on. I'm not putting it in the chat. I'm not doing it. The only way we're gonna get on is through email.
Mm-hmm.
So the
Right.
ones in the clouds, that's how you only way you're gonna get on, and I gotta make sure I know you. That's
Right.
how I do it. That's how I do it. You can't go by that. I can't help you.
Right.
This is the underrated mother shout out. Shout out. So we gonna this I feel like because I was gonna do it tomorrow. I said, nah, I'll do it tonight. You know, ain't
Right.
nothing to do. I could come back and do stay here for a while. You know what I mean? And
I think
so
that's a safe way of doing it. I remember like on my this is like my fourth channel I have now. On my first channel, I just let everybody just jump in the box, and then they were like some trolls. They were uh, playing like pornography on it, and that actually gave me a strike. So the way you're doing it is pretty actually good. Or like the way I do it now is I do drop the link and pin it, and then whoever wants to jump in the box has to turn his camera on that I can see who it is
got you.
before I let them in.
Yeah,
So, but it's cool the way you're doing it too.
yeah,
So,
yeah. So all right, let's get into it. Do you have any? I mean, like I said, do you have memories of moms and stuff? Tell us some story. How your moms impact you. So,
well, I lost my parents when I was a kid.
oh
I'm,
wow.
I'm actually a foster child.
Oh, foster child. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So did any woman had impact you?
Um. Well, I was like 10 years old when I lost them.
Gotcha. Okay. I got you. Well, you here. I know I lost my mom's in 2019.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah. So I don't have no parents. I don't have tell you, I don't have no parents. I lost my father like over 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't have no more no kids. I don't know. It's so funny though, cause I'm gonna tell you how a 10 year difference. I lost my son in 2009,
Oh.
and 10 years later, I lost my mother.
Mm.
Decade. You might say that's a decade, man. I'm like, wow.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. Thank you. So, because I don't I say I don't celebrate holidays. I don't do that. So that's why I celebrate
mm,
now. This ain't no celebration. It just like pay tribute. You know what I mean?
right.
So
I
I
think
want to.
I think it doesn't matter how long it is ago because it always feels like it was yesterday. Um, at least that's how I feel about mine because I was very close to my dad actually.
Oh,
So
okay.
and that's a long time ago. That's over uh, 40 years ago. So um, you cannot forget those days where you had your parents, and I think should always appreciate your parents and treat them with respect, because you never know when is the last day you're gonna see them.
That's true. Yeah.
So
We always have to get people the roses that they still here. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, but you know what? The new generation is a little bit different about that,
Yeah, you're
unfortunately.
lying. Yeah, you're lying about that. Yeah. And let me say that there are some good mothers out here. There are some good mothers that want to do the right thing, and we gotta
Mhm.
salute that. You know what I mean? That's like
Right,
sometimes they are some good mothers, but they not being talked about enough. You know what I mean?
right.
They don't want to be. They not mentioned much in the media. You know what I'm saying? I think the ones that are doing it that they also the ones that believe in the man's existence too. So that's what I think that they want to talk about.
Yeah, there are not too many of them out there, and I mean, they more they talk more about those bad mothers. That's why they will never be mentioned in the media. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, I think what it is, they just point out of toxic mothers, but they do. But the way our society is, no. You gotta understand,
Right?
drama sells.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, but that's why these women are wonder. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you this too. It be women do advocate for men's rights too. They break
Hmm.
it down to a T, and some of them get they get their pays taken away. Right? Yeah, it's there
Right.
on TikTok, on Facebook, and everything, even on YouTube and stuff like that. So the
Hmm.
ladies, shout out to the ladies, the one advocate for men's rights and had kids if they own there. Then we deal with dealing with some toxic women, but we ain't gonna talk about that tonight. I'll talk about another time and stuff like that. We're gonna talk about the women that impacts a lot different people's lives and stuff like that. I talk about some of my mom's a little bit. You know, she always fought for me. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And even though we get into it sometimes, you old when you get older. Though, saying when you I talk about as a man, when you understand your masculinity, there's a change in there and stuff like that. And she, like I can say that in her own way, she always supported. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. Yeah.
Always supported. So
Oh, hold on. Give me a second.
okay. Oh, yo, that's 300 warriors, y'all. Well, I send the links out. I send the links out. Let's see the ones who come want to talk about the mothers and stuff. But yeah. But hold on for a second, y'all. Hold on. Okay, no problem. 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 Well, welcome to my channel, my secondary channel, the number the number one grinder, real talk. Let me read this out. Just remember, us as righteous ones, we are still winners. That's the real. That's the real. That's the real. And this is the underrated mothers shutout. And we are still winners. Just remember that. Remember that. Remember that. Um, but there's also it's being confirmed a little bit that brother Kevin Samuels has passed away. Um, it's real sad and everything. But Foot Soldier, how you doing? If you want to come up, let me know. I see the link. If you want to come up, hold on. Let me. I see the link. Want you to come up, because you're a mother, so we want to hear from you. All right, so watch out for your watch out for your email. Okay. That's the link to come to the panel. See it's going through. All right, watch out for your link, Foot Soldier. Watch out for your link, your email. I just sent to you, Foot Soldier. Just sent it to you, so watch out. It should be in your email any second. No, it's not okay. I want you to come up. Nah, no problem. But hold on, I'll be right back, y'all. I'll be back. I'll be right back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Yeah, yeah. But like I said, I did a lot. But thanks for coming, for soldier to my first live for the night, and hear about how I talk about my moms, and like I said, I sent the links out, and but yeah, yeah, and also shout out, not shout out, um. I lost my auntie Annette almost a week and a half ago, and my condolences to the rest of the family. And so shout out to Annette Wallace. Love you, auntie. Love you, auntie. Love you, auntie. Love you. Maybe say something about her. She came from a big family. No, no. I remember when I was younger, she always used to come with my late brother, our late uncle, brother. We used to call his name is Bud, but we call him brother. And he always, she always used to come by. And at the time, I was the youngest. She always used to take me out in the street. She always used to play with me and stuff. At the time, she was a teenager, and then they left for last in the fact, and then along the way, we lost our touch. The rest of the family. My brother, my older brother, my older sister know that side of the family well because they had dealt with them throughout the years. But my second oldest brother, my second oldest brother, my second oldest sister, we never, we never been, be around that family that much. But she just made sure that I got nephews and stuff. I remember that. You know, I know when she passed, I was shocked and everything. And once in a while, I talk to her through Facebook and stuff. So, yeah, South. I said, yeah, you ever think about coming back to New York? Oh, hell. Oh, they on foot soldier right here. They plug her in. Hey,
Hey JT, how are you?
I'm fine. How you feel?
Pretty good.
That's good to hear. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Got you, got you, got you. Yeah, I'm glad that you up here, and a lot of people don't know. I know foot soldier for a very long time. You know, she's day one, y'all. She's day one. One of the few women that is day one besides Amanda. So she always been part of the family for a long time. And everything. So, is there anything you want to mention about your mother?
There's a birthday coming up. The original Memorial Day is the 30th.
Oh, really?
I mean, they switched the camera, the
Yeah,
calendar around
yeah,
so they can have an extra day. I mean, it's just so much going on with that.
yeah. I know
Um,
what you mean,
she
y'all. Hmm.
she passed. She had cancer.
I'm sorry about that. How long she been gone?
She been gone over 6 years.
For 6 years. So,
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what we gonna do. We're gonna dedicate this live to Foot Soldier's late mother. You like that?
I would appreciate it, but you don't, have to.
Yeah, yeah. We're gonna do that. We're gonna dedicate this live for the mothers that pass, but especially for
Yes, all mothers.
for mothers that go on, including mine, but
Yes, especially.
especially foot soldiers' mother. You're gonna be so yeah. Yeah, I lost my mom's 2019. So
When?
2019.
Oh, still fresh.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Not that it wouldn't matter if it was, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I got you.
It's just like seemed like just yesterday.
I got you. So, are you a mother? If you don't want to ask,
3
are you a mother?
of 3, yes.
Oh, three. Okay. Um.
One daughter and 2 sons.
Oh, okay. Cool. All right. Now let me ask you a question. That as a mother, tell the people how it's different being a mom's then than now.
I think the biggest difference is don't try to be your child's friend.
Mm.
That's the biggest difference. Also people change. People ain't as protective to me of their kids as like they have free reign to do whatever. Social media. It could be used, I always feel like it could be used in a good way, also for bad,
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
depending on how you regulate it. If you have children, you have to regulate it because it's to me is designed for pedophiles. That's just me.
Gotcha.
That's how I feel about it. But unfortunately, we're not taking it and using it in the right way.
Uh-huh.
It gets me that people get on here and they crucify people, but at the same people want justice for cops shooting us and justice for us killing one another, but you on social media and you are bashing, taking information from personal information and put it on here, but you want justice for a cop shooting a black person. They just had a shooting here, mental guy. He had an issue. They didn't tase him. They didn't try to do like they do there. People go get the mom, the dad, somebody to talk to the person. They just shot him. He
Yeah.
hadn't. He grabbed a couple of knives and they just shot him. They don't. They're not doing any. It's like that should to me that should be a last resort.
Mm.
But I'm not a police officer, so I really can't say what I would do in that situation because they have like a split second to make a decision, right?
Yeah. So as a mother, um, and you see how things going on, tell us how you deal with it
Like what?
of the welfare of your children, the way how things go around, the injustices,
For me, my daughter used to complain. That was more easier on my son than I was her.
God got
I
you.
was hard on both of them, but I was like, first, since she's a girl, she's getting of age, the boys coming around, no company. Then I stop them at the door. No, she can't have no company, right?
Mm-hmm.
What I was thinking that if something happens, God forbid, far as any intimacy, it was not going down in that house.
Got you, got you. Let me introduce Sister Amanda Gathers.
Salute, salute, my brothers. How are
Hey,
you? Salute, salute to my favorite um social media sister from another mother, that the only one that keeps me tame. Split Soldier, I love you. Salute to the chat, salute to the conversation, and what Split Soldier said. I will elaborate, but guys, keep talking, I'm listening.
And
yeah,
also, yeah, this is the mother. Let me repeat it. This is the mother shout out. So that means we shot out mothers, and then we want to keep it as mothers, and then even like y'all could salute. Y'all could talk about what you're doing consistently. To be there for your kids and serve the community. Why it's very very important. Y'all keep on doing that.
And if Split Soldier doesn't mind, um repeating that last part, because I want to elaborate. She said a major fact about
what
yeah, I
about
want to
what?
elaborate on that. About
About
go ahead.
go ahead, Amanda. About what? I didn't.
You was talking about how, as mothers and things, and the social media, and people don't care, and people,
Well,
all that
if
stuff.
if you look at it, this been going on. They wrote songs about it in the early '70s and '80s of where we was headed as people. To me, it just came full circle. Young girls out there prostituting. The boys don't have any. You're not. They're not doing anything, so they're out there looking for something to get into. Kids of rich, poor, don't know. They just searching for the truth. It's just a whole lot was going on then, and then to me now it's just come full circle. It's just a mess, and we're not helping as adults. I feel like now you can't say anything to someone else's kid without them wanting to fight you now.
And you know what? You just now, what that last part you said, Larry, my bestie. This is my son's uncle. He's just saying, when you said that, he's sitting over here. He's like, "Yep, that's true." Now,
I
back in the
still do
day,
it though. I still do it. I still
no,
do
and
it.
that's what I'm about to say. That's exactly what I was about to say,
If
Uncle
I see
Soldier.
them like throwing a rock or doing something they ain't supposed to be doing,
Yeah,
where your mother at? That's the first thing you ask.
absolutely.
That's what
Facts.
you ever remember 11 o'clock at night they used to ask, do you know where your
Do you
children
know
are?
it? No, it was 10. It's 10 8.
10
10
or
Ten,
p.m. Do
something.
you
But
know
eight,
where your children
ten,
are?
it used to come on. It
Every
used to
night
come
for
on, right?
Soldier.
It used to
And
come
then
on
my
every night.
mom, and I'm glad you brought that up, because me as a child, right? Every time I saw that commercial in my brain, this will allow me to, my mom was a single mom, raised 5 kids. My dad was a gigolo, okay? A whole gigolo, but I was a daddy's girl because I was his first girl from my mom. However, every night my mom had a routine with us. But for some reason, she put us to bed at a certain time, but I had an excuse to come in there where she was. And I will always hear that. It is 10 p.m. Do
Mm-hmm.
you know where your children are? Now, as a kid, I heard that. But for some reason, it resonated with me then as a kid. And I'm like, what, do you know where? Okay, my mom's children are in the house. But I was a kid just saying that. But as I became an adult and had kids and see the same commercial, I'm like, thank you, God, that my mom like showed me the right way. We were in the house. My kids are in the house. So when it came on, my kids were asleep because I had routine. You understand? So right now, I feel so sorry for the moms, because I'm talking about only the righteous moms that want to do right, not the ratchet 304s that um you know like have to worry about where's my child, you know
uh-huh.
even when my kids got grown, you know
Mm-hmm.
and living in their own place. I'll still, did you make it home safe? I want to know where my kids are.
Yeah, well, you have to get to know your kids, who they hang out with, just as well. Because if something happens,
Yes.
the first thing the police gonna ask you, do you know
Do you know where they
any
are?
friends, or do
When
they have any friends, and where they live at? And a lot of people be like, no, they don't know, and that's
okay,
sad.
for soldier, I'm glad you brought that up. And I'm so glad that JT, you sent me the link to hit this live because I'm real and I'm transparent. I don't tell them all my business, but I'm right now with what she just said. So for soldier, you know already who our baby girl is. So right now, I just text her the same thing. Is it fair to me if the cops knock on my door and something happened with you, and I'm calling, reaching out, you're not responding. I have other people to call, and you already know that they're connected to me, so she won't answer. I said, is it fair to me? How stupid would I look? Knowing I raised you right, the cops knock on my door. Do you know where your child is? For me to say no. That is so hurtful as a mom when I didn't raise you that way because I knew your every step, your every way. But when you let the streets get to you and you went against the grain, I can't keep trying to go out there and find you.
Well,
At the same
here
time, I
goes
sound
Amanda.
crazy not knowing where my child is.
Well, in their defense, you got to keep in mind you were a child too. You were a teenager. You was out there. You did some things your mom didn't know about, right?
Facts. Well, no, not with Neat. I'm sorry. I had a different mother. Raised in church. Neat
You
didn't play. We were
hold
scared of
on,
her.
hold on,
But
hold on.
yes, you.
Time
But let
out.
me say this: I
Right.
snuck and did
It's
some
gonna be a
shit.
long story.
No, you're right, for Soldier. Stop playing with me. I can't stand for Soldier, but I love her. This girl will make you tell the goddamn truth. God damn it.
Come on, that's
So
another
no, I
problem.
did. I snuck. Listen, stop. Larry over here laughing and stuff. I did sneak, but one thing I didn't do
No,
is what she's
ain't
doing.
no. You can't compare what you did and what she's doing. The point is, you were that age at one time too.
Right. That's why I
So,
understand, and I'm so
so you
open.
should know how it is when they get
I
that age.
do.
Okay.
And I'm not Larry right here. I don't bother her, right? I said, okay, if that's the life you're choosing, you better make sure you know it, right, Larry? Larry even talks to her. I
We
said,
don't need
you
no
better know what I said,
co-signers.
the streets.
Listen, we don't need no co-signers. You said it's
Well,
true, then we're
okay.
gonna take your word
Okay.
for it.
Foot soldier said no
No,
cosigner.
no,
You know how this
nothing.
is foot
No
soldier. Foot soldier
disrespect,
scares me.
Larry. This had nothing
No,
to do with
listen to her. Oh my God. Okay, foot soldier, stop.
you.
We're on
Yes,
another platform. Don't let them know how scared I am of you.
you're not scared of me the way you
No,
be
you
on
know,
these
that's a
streets.
joke. But
I'll
no,
be
you're
watching you on these
100%
streets,
correct.
Amanda.
No, you're
Yeah.
100% correct. You
You know, I
100%.
think a lot of people get that mixed up. They forget when they was that age and
Right? But for
how they
soldier,
were.
I never left my mom house for 2 months. I didn't
No,
even leave my mom house for a
yeah,
day.
but I ain't saying you did the same thing. I'm just saying.
But what do I do? I'm asking for help, guys.
I'm not. I can't tell you what to do with that. I
Well, you
mean,
just told me what I
I'm
did.
in. I'm in the grand. Listen. You know what, Amanda? I'm not liking you right now.
You gotta be
No,
sniffling over here.
no,
I'm going on mute. I'm
mother's
going on
love.
mute.
What you say? What you say, JT?
Mother's love. Share.
Share what? I mean, 2 months. Shoot. Listen. My daughter was gone for hours. Right? She 15 hours. The first thing comes to my mind. She's not with no 15-year-old. She's with an adult, and she was with an adult.
Uh-huh.
So I had to get the cops involved. Found out who this person was. Made sure that he knew. He came up with this. Oh, she said she was 7. I don't care. She said she was 17. You 20 something. right? Let them know to let him know if he come anywhere near her, call her, anything like that, there will be consequences. It's mainly to get her to know that I wasn't playing. Because a lot of people say I'm gonna do this, that, and the other. Threats, no, you have to act on it. For
And
me,
that's what I did. And you know what, Full Soldier, you're right. Because look, so what happened is when she first left my house, I was went off and I know what time you got out of school. So she didn't come home. So um I
how
called, I
old we
said,
talking?
wait,
How
listen,
old was she, Amanda?
this happened just last year when she was 15. She's 16
Oh,
now.
yeah.
So
I
I called the
wasn't
cops. I literally called the cops. So I called her. I said, where you at? She's like, I'm at such and such house. So I knew the house was, and I knew her routine to walk back to my house. So when the cops came here, I swear to God, the cops stood here for an hour. They called her everything. They was like, listen, your mom is crying. Your mom is concerned. You need to get here. She was like, I'm coming. And they was like, no, are you coming right now? She's like, yeah. So we waited after an hour. The cops, even I get to get them chairs. Do you want coffee and tea and stuff? That's
Y'all
how
want
long
to
they
know?
waited.
I thought they had track. You can track
Yeah,
somebody's
I
whereabouts
just
with
now
their phone.
literally put that on her phone yesterday. So
You
look,
just hold on, time out. You just put it on yesterday.
I
When
didn't
did
know nothing about it. I didn't know nothing
the,
about that stuff.
you come
I'm not
on?
that type. Like I'm an old school mom. I didn't know nothing about
I ain't no
electronics.
old school. Ain't got nothing to do with it.
But school for soldier, I don't know nothing about this stuff. I'm already doing like other like electronics and social media. I don't be on this stuff. I don't know this stuff, so I'm learning now. You know what I'm saying? That you could track their phones. I heard about it, and now that she's been doing.
These cops didn't mention it to you.
So no, what happened? That's what I was about to tell you. So they send a female cop and a male cop. They both Hispanic. However, they were so patient. They waited. That's when they told me about the tracking. That's when I just put it on my phone last night, right? So they told me, she was like, Mom, I'm on my way. I'm walking. I said, Bree, the cops are literally in my house right now. So they say, well, ask her where she at. And I gave them the way she walked. They met her and saw her walking, picked her up, put her in the car. It scared the shit out of her. That's when she was like, wow, my mom's not playing. She literally called the cops. So, however, that was 2 months ago. But after that died down, she was in the house. She came home straight from school. She got a little shook, but she got with some friends now watching these virals. Now she's wearing makeup, eyelashes, like doing whatever. So, I called the sister, I called everybody for help. Talk to her, tell her love is here. There's no reason for this. Everything doing. But one thing you have to understand, when you adopt a child, that's not your bloodline. I never went through this with my biological kids because they
That,
know their mother crazy.
that really
However,
don't
she
have
knows,
nothing to
hold
do with
on,
it,
listen,
Amanda. She just
huh?
being
Wait, let me
rebellious.
finish. Let me finish. Let
Being
me finish.
rebellious, that's all.
I know that. I was about to get to that. So what I'm
When,
trying to say,
Amanda, tomorrow,
huh?
is this gonna be a long story?
No, you just asked me what happened, but go ahead.
I just said it doesn't matter if she was your blood or anything like that. She's still a teenager and they're rebellion. They get
Right,
that. They get
right,
15, 16, they start smelling themselves and they think
right,
they're grown. They think they're grown. And nothing you
right.
can say. You just have to
Absolutely.
try to be patient, but don't take your foot off her neck. Do what you need to do. It's for her own safety. She might not think it is, but it is.
For Soldier, everything you just said, we way past that. We did it all of us, like my whole crew.
Yeah,
That's what she said. I said maybe we should go for counseling.
Ain't no
She said she don't
maybes.
need it. No, I asked her. I know I had her in counseling. She told me, Mom, I don't want to do this anymore. And then I tried to bring us back to family counseling. She said she don't need it. And then she left. So what I supposed to do? Go run and find her in the streets to keep trying? No. Like you said, they rebellious. You keep praying for your kids. Mothers, Mothers, it's Mother's Day tomorrow. Mothers, mothers, mothers.
Do
If
you
you are a
drive,
good mom,
Amanda? Do
let me
you
just say
drive?
this to the mothers that's listening.
Yeah,
Do
because
I
you
want to get them
drive? Do you
back to
drive?
mothers.
Do
Yeah, I
you
did.
drive?
Yes, I do. But
And why
listen,
can't you go look for? Why not?
mothers, happy Mother's Day. If you feel like you've done your best is all you can give.
And
We make mistakes, and we might not be perfect, but thank you for producing a child in this world. Thank you for doing whatever you think you can do. Thank you for whatever you elders taught me. Do not blame yourself. Don't beat yourself up. You being a mother didn't come with a pamphlet. Being a mother didn't come with instructions. Being a mother didn't come with how to love. But however, if you feel like in your heart, you've done the best you can, being a mother, whether it's to your biological or anyone else, hats off, cadoodles. I give you your flowers while you live. That's it. I'm
okay.
gonna go on mute.
Okay, let me make some announcements here and we'll keep going. This is the underrated mother shut out. Anybody that wants to get on the panel, I'm gonna put my email in chat. I have the right to check it out, who I want to bring up to. So HBIT, thanks for coming. Appreciate that. 12 vibes. Thanks for coming. I'm not gonna mention about Kevin Samuels. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I think he's going about 12 hours. Sister chilling. Thanks for coming. Reggie. Oh yeah. What's going on, brother? What's going on? If you wants to come up and talk about your moms and stuff, like your life and everything, please let me know. I'm still waiting for the email that you sent me, brother, so I could so I get you on. That's the only way people can get on is by email or if you have a telephone number. That is the only way. If not, well, you just don't get on. That's all to it. That's how I do it. So Boxer Reggie always salute to you, brother. Excellent job you did. Yo, we gotta talk. Yo, we gotta talk. I'm saying, bro, I didn't know. You know what I'm talking about. I didn't know. Well, shout out the Boston conversation with Reggie Owens and everything. Send me an email right now if you can. If you want to get on, brother, there's no problem with that. Also on the panel, we got sister Foot Soldier, day one and life with Amanda Gathers. Life with Amanda Gathers. These are two strong mothers for our community. Let me ask each and every one y'all a question about mothers serving our community and let us know why. Okay, do that right now. I'm gonna check it out, and I'm gonna send you a link so you can get on the panel. Let the people know why it's so important that mothers still serve our community because that's not really being mentioned. And I know that I know y'all two serve our community and stuff. Why is so important in these days? Please.
It's, it gives the kids something to look forward to, first and foremost. It's going on, but it's not being talked about as much as it should be. More drama is being talked about. It's a lot of things going on with moms, single dads. Gonna throw the single dads in there.
Oh wow! You better they might get you.
Men, I feel like men right now, the way things are going, they getting a bad, rep. I'm for the men. Not saying I'm against women, but I think it's too much going on that's against men for a reason.
Okay, I got you, bro. Just send me an email so I can plug you in. Okay.
And it's
Oh
something that started years ago.
wow.
The way society is now. When it comes to like my daughter, taking her to the doctors, she don't have to tell me what's going on nowadays. Even though I'm her mother, if something going on with her in a medical sense, they said she don't have to tell me. She's 15. I mean, when she was 15. So
Mm.
she got some kind of, if she pregnant or got some kind of disease, She don't have to tell me. What kind of mess is that? I
Okay,
think the society has um, influenced our kids a lot. Social media, the rap, the movie industry, all devil worshippers. You know, they're not good for our kids. I went to the store and I saw these jeans. They were pretty, they were white, they had the holes in them. So I went to grab them from her and she was like, that's the boys section. I was like,
yeah,
the boys section. They look like girl jeans, right? That's a whole nother issue. A
yeah,
whole nother issue
yeah,
when it comes to young boys.
yeah, exactly.
But I
And
don't want to add with
I'm
moms. I
not going
want
to
to
stay
say,
on that subject though, because
huh?
that's not what we're talking about. I'm just wanting to throw that out there. The things that's influencing our kids and probably
You're
why
right.
they're acting the way they're acting.
You're right. You're right. And like you said, I mean, you're 100% right. I just want to say because this is how sad it is and how sad it's gotten. Um, I didn't even know when Mother's Day was, and I'm a whole mother. That's how sad it's gotten with families and everything. You know what I mean? With everybody doing their own. However,
You gotta look at it like this. Just because you don't see it, that doesn't
no,
mean it's not
that's not.
happening.
That's not where I was going for Soldier. I was going here. I was giving accolades.
Is it gonna
I
be a
was giving
long
accolades
story?
to every mom. What I was trying to say is, I want to say to every mom, yeah, it's a struggle raising kids. You understand? Especially when, you know, like, because I was my mom's kid. I probably was a problem at one point or another. However, my mom never stopped loving me. She never stopped like being there for me.
mhm.
And she always corrected me even when I went to the left
Oh,
at,
there you go.
trying to be 16. Nevertheless, I want to say this to the world. Moms are precious. They are more precious than gold. The reason why I say that, because they use their womb to bring us here. You understand? And the pain they had to endure to push us out, right? And now that they pushed us out, the pain they must endure when we go to the left, raising us until we get 18. So what I want to say, happy Mother's Day. I don't celebrate holidays. However, I want to say accolades, flowers and blessings to all you moms, because they say give y'all flowers while you live. So that's all I want to say. We all may not be what they call the perfect mom. There's nothing perfect in this world. However, you became a mom and you're still breathing to say you're a mom. That's all that matters. You got me? So blessings, and peace to all moms. I don't have any parents left, not a grandma, not a mom, not a dad, not nothing. So, like, to use that still have your mom, hats off, cherish them to the best of your ability. Notice I didn't say anything else. I said to the best of your ability. Don't try to uh do what the next person do for their mom. Just
Yeah,
love. Love is all we need for our moms. You
yeah.
understand? Right now, we're celebrating moms because it's Mother's Day.
Mother's
And
Day is every day,
right.
not
No,
just
exactly.
one month out
And,
of the
and
year.
you're 100%.
This this is man's law bullshit, money grab. You gotta wait one day for Valentine's Day, one day for Mother's Day. They even got a grandma day, secretary day, some other kind of day.
Children's Day.
Yeah, I mean, come on. When you become a
Boss,
parent,
they got Boss Day.
it is your job to take care of that child. That child did not ask to come here.
Oh, they got
However
cat.
it came here is here.
Oh,
So
they got.
it's not like you're doing something special, not trying to diminish moms, but that's your child, so you automatically have to take care of it.
Mm.
And you're 100% correct, for soldier. And once you decide to give birth to a child, you don't have a cutoff date when you stop deciding to love them. Whether they bad, good, you know, uh, difficult, whatever, you still gave birth, mom. Even if that dad walk away, mom, you still be there for that kid, mom. So hats off through the hell hot water. I
Okay.
commend you. Just be there. And I can say that. The only reason why I can say that, because I raised my three by myself. I went and adopted one by myself. And I got 4 foster semi-adopted who are all grown with grandbabies. And they gave me a lot of grandchildren by myself. So
You want to cook?
it's easy. Let the word mom is just a word, but the word mother means a lot.
Well, let me say this about my mother that I did a live about. If y'all want to ask anything about my mom, she can. I don't have no problem to be transparent. I just know that my mom never stopped loving none of her kids. I mean, counsel when I'm talking, and then people say, "What are you talking about, one grinder?" I'm talking about. I did a live earlier about my late mother, beautiful mother. So y'all had to go and check that out. So I'm just going to mention some things that I said in the chat. I mean, in the chat on the live that I did earlier, and there's that time my mother had to fight for me as a child to get the necessary things to succeed. Because at the time, I was the youngest, y'all, for almost 13 years before my late younger brother was born. And so for me, um, I see the wars that my mother had to go through for me. Me being in special education, they masculating for young boys. My mother had to deal with that. And I know people say, what about the little girls? Little girls too, but they was really working on, they really were emasculating little boys, and they still, to this day, they still doing it. But
Exactly.
so I ain't gonna get into I ain't gonna get into that because I know
You
people
gotta
be
do a lot. You have to do a lot about it. It needs
yeah,
to be
yeah, yeah,
done.
but I'm gonna say this one thing, and I'm gonna keep it going for soldier. They ain't gonna want to do it because you know what? Because they're gonna try to switch the subject. I get what you're
Mm.
saying. They're gonna try to switch the subject. They're gonna say, "What about little girls?" Or I'm not saying, "Oh, you hate you don't advocate for little girls." Yes, I do advocate for little girls. If I advocate for families, that means I advocate for little girls. So I do want to put it. So anybody in the clouds, don't come with me. Don't come with that BS tonight. I'm not in the mood. I want to concentrate on the mothers but my mom, we'll get back to my late mother, that we have our run-ins. Oh, we sure did, and but she started loving me. And even the stigma
Wait,
taking
JP, I don't mean, can you say that one more again for the people in the background? We have our run-ins with our mom, but keep going.
but but she's never stopped loving me because she understood as a young boy I have to grow up, and I had to face it. And brother Conshottery, thanks for coming. And I know it was that times that she had to actually fought for me to take in the school bus. I didn't want to take the school bus because at the time I was independent and it was young. And my father, he's old enough to take city bus. And she was like, as a mother, being there, I don't want my baby. I said, I ain't no baby. I'm telling you, I got you. Oh, you email me? Check your email right now, brother, if you want to get on. Check your email right now, brother. And so she had to come to grips that I becoming a young
Well,
man.
Jay, look, what you just now said. One thing about moms, you never grow up in their hearts. They're gonna
Never.
always say, "My baby."
They always gonna be saying your baby. Even though when my moms gave birth to my late younger brother, you still my knee baby. You always is gonna be young in their eyes. But that's the beautiful thing about it because that's when the communication comes in. You could talk to them about everything. I remember it was this young lady when I was young. I got played. I got called retarded. And I never forget that it was one neighbor they called the house. And my mom came downstairs. I want to know who called my son retarded. And I handled it and everything, but at the same time understand mother's warrior love. You know the war, and I remember she got in that lady's face. You call my son retarded one more time, I'm gonna retard you up and down the street. You hear me? No child should not go through that. And the
That's
stigma, the
that's facts,
sti-
man.
yeah, the stigma. See, understand this. People have to understand this, that and I'm talking about mothers. Mothers understand different child stigma. And that means say why. Every child do have a stigma, especially like if you work in God, if you work in God's spirit. And so my stigma was I was special ed. I took the school bus for years, and I was getting called retarded, ridiculed, and stuff like that. There's certain things I had to go through it by myself, and it's think about it at times when you get off the school bus and you walk upstairs, you take the elevators upstairs, and you say, "Are you okay?" I said, "Mom, I'm fine." No, you're not okay. What's the matter? You know what's going on. And you see the mother shaking her head, and then she do the homework and stuff. And then the homework say, "You want me to make you some cheeseburgers, some fries?" I said, "Nah, I don't wanna. I don't wanna. I don't wanna be a burden." And I never forget. She sat down. Oh God, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Ooh,
It's okay.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Take your time. It's about your life and your mom.
Nah, nah, yeah, yeah. But I want to give you a chance to talk about your mother. And the thing that with his home, and I'll be 56 June 4th. Hope I live to see that day. I'm planning for it. She said, "Never think that I'm a burden to you, that you're a burden to your father. Never think that you, my son, I love you. No matter what. I don't care you get older. When you get older, I'm gonna put you across my knee and beat you. No matter you like it or not." And then I never forget that she took her thumbs and wiped my tears and kissed me. And she said, "How do you want your burger?" I said, "Oh, boy, you always give me a hard time. That it depends to stop. But you be coming," and he said, "You coming to big man." I said, "I come big man." I said, "Yeah, you coming to big man. You stand up for what's right. I'm so proud of you." And I said, "Thank you." And everything, the stigma of that temporarily had went away. I'm not saying it never left, but right there it stayed away. So mother giving you safe havens of that time to move on. The nourishing, the love, the warrior spirit, the intent of making sure that in her care that you're gonna be fine. And I appreciate that because I needed that because being a special ed at that time back in the 70s was a real we was getting crumbs. The books was like talk about racism. We had racism on white people, Chinese, yes, Chinese, Japanese. And then we just had a few black teachers that really fought for us so we could have better education and talk about our culture as our people, and everything else like that. And my mother was like one in her own way was advocating for me because she know I love Black history. I love about Africa, and that was very important for me. Me play ball and stuff, and all that. Maybe she didn't, I guess she didn't understand, but she mom, Mom's always on time. She could drop a Jew. A mom's could drop a Jew on you. You just like, how do you know that? Oh, I gave
No,
birth.
you be like, hey Jay, you be like, damn.
Damn, yeah. Fuck. I mean, how do you, yeah. Like, let me tell you the story, then I'll probably give it up to y'all and everything. And it was one time we was getting ready to go to my late grandmother's house, and my grandma always had like the over. That's her way to keep the family together, like our family and my side of the family, and my late aunt side of the family, and the rest of us. So at the time, because it was older than me and stuff like that. Anyway, it was she was doing this lady's hair, right? It's like like late morning. I was supposed to be around my grandmother's way, but my mom said, "Are you thought you gonna take the train? Me with your friends?" I said, "No, I don't want this. It's too hot, and I'm gonna ride with y'all." And usually, sometimes my late father used to give me the car fare, and I take the train and stuff like that. But I said, "Nah." My father, you can go take the train, son. You don't have to wait for us. You did everything around the house. I said, no, I want to be in the car and stuff. He said, yeah, I think that'd be a good idea. You go ride with us and then be cool in the car. Because sometimes the trains, like that. So okay, so so she knew this young lady for a long time. They went to high school together, but they never really got along. They were just friends and stuff. But throughout the years, I never liked her. I could not stand her guts, but I'd be cordial and say hi to her. And so my mom, she sent me to the store. Go buy you and your brother a hero and come back, because you got to put some in your stomach, because you don't eat a certain time, you get sick. I said, I know. So I went to the store, got me here, and I came back. She said, "You didn't say hi to me." I said, "Miss Stephanie, yes, I did." I forgot. I told the story, but I forgot the name when I did
Wait, Jay, pause. For the people that don't know what a hero is, because we from up north, Jersey and New York, a hero is a sub sandwich.
Right. Thank you.
Really, Amanda?
Not for soldier. I had this mean. We got a different language up north.
Yeah, right.
I'm going on
Exactly.
mute.
It's a big word. So what happened was I got the two heroes, and I came back, and it was Miss Stephanie. She said, "Excuse me." I said, "Howdy." I said, "Stephanie, I already said howdy. What else you want?" So she said, "You see how he talked to me?" And my late father was going to her show. You just go, "Okay, come on, Lamar. Let's go eat the food." "Oh, my dinner." He said, "Yeah, your food here." So my father took the thing out. He said, "You want me to take a sandwich?" I said, nah. But baby, eat your food. I said, "All right, ma, I eat one half and I eat the other half." They said, "Okay, as long as you have some in your stomach, that's all fine, because you're gonna be running around Playboy." I said, "Okay. Yeah, you need to do that, mama." Whoa. This is my son. You don't talk to my son like that. That you have your kids. I never talk to your kids like that. You know what? So you need to calm down with this. No wonder he don't like it, because you run your mouth too much. That's your problem. Men do not like loose lips. You run your mouth too much. You put your tongue in somebody else's business. Don't need to. And
So she was
also,
taking digs at you, JT?
she been taking big digs at me for a long time. Because like I said, my mother grew up with her. My mother grew up with her, so she knows the family and stuff very well. Ever since they was like little girls, but they've never been best friends. But she always got along with her side of the family, like that. But like, she always been cordial. She was really close to my aunt, stuff like that. But anyway, get back. Anyway, I just want to give people the history of it. So what happened was she was taking jabs at me, and my mom said, "I'll tell you this, you need to stop, because all right." So my father look at my mom, mother, my father said, "Okay, let her have it," and I let her have it. And I called different types of names, start getting derogatory. "Okay, that's enough." That's enough. That's enough. You already got your. So I never. But your father did. And said, all right, that's enough. All right, AT, that's enough, baby. That's enough. Go in there and get Lamar done because we get to leave out of here. And after all that, she said, well, and then she paid her money. And my mom said, you know what? You are not wanted at this house no more. And the friendship that we had throughout there is over. It's over because see, there you go. Again, goes to show. Mothers pay attention by detail. Mother remember mothers had
Wait,
elephant.
JT, can you say that one more again? Mothers paying attention to details.
Right, mother pay attention to details and remember. Mothers had elephant minds. They remember history very well, and she remembered. She installed it. And she said, "Don't worry." Yeah, I remember she said, "I hear." And then when the time she let her have it, she let her have it. That's it. And then I think that's why, like, when y'all was like talking, you when Sister Amanda, Sister Food Soldier was talking about, it brings back the time that it's all about detail. And I think that that is very missing in our community. The way how you and Food Soldier has talks about, kids, detail, a plan.
Mm-hmm.
And that is very missing. And I know it's going to be some women say, you don't have no right to talk to me that way because you ain't no mother. Well, I could say that you right, I am a man, but I could say it like this. Usually when mother pay attention to detail, they have better communication with their kids. They had a better relation with their kids because they understand detail. A child understand a mother's counsel and love, even though it's harsh, but it's for your benefit because they are foreseeing
JT,
the future.
can
Yes.
you pause and say that one more again for the people in the background? A
The
mother,
people ain't
a
in no
kid.
background.
No, I just wanted because that he said something so powerful.
If they ain't
A
heard it,
mother
then
understands the counsel. Go ahead. I just wanted
Uh,
because that he
yeah.
said something so amazing.
A
girl,
mother,
hold
mother understand counsel. A mother understand the child. The mother understand the times what a child needs at that moment, and when they do, it doesn't mean at that moment, but they are foreseeing the future because they understand they have to protect their child. And I think that is I feel that is the problem of mothers of today. I'm talking about some mothers. I'm talking about some mothers because they refuse to pay attention to detail. When you don't pay attention to detail, that means the child feels left out. That means the child don't care. That's when you see different kids, and it goes for fathers too. I'm gonna do some about fathers too, but that's why that sometimes the child is a very disconnect because they don't feel the counsel. They just let them do what they want to do, and also one thing too, a child knows when a mother loves them. I know my mother loved me because she had aspirations, want to do things, but her family came first. Her family came first until she got older, and then she always wanted to be a beauticianist, and she became a beauticianist. Pay attention of detail, and so what happened was I said, Mom, but you always want to be a beauticianist. Said, no, I want to make sure my family is fine. I want to make sure my kids is fine. I'm going to be a beauticianist. And I remember me and my mom, we had this talk back when I was like 9 or 10. And then I always, I'm in the way, right? I said, baby, you not in the way. No, you're not in the way. That's part of being a mother. You will never understand because you are not a woman. you protect her. I said, oh, I protect her. Yes, I had that on my chest there. That's right, you protect her. Don't worry about it. I'm going to be a beauticianist one day, and I promise you, when I get my license, me and you is gonna go out. I am. I said that's gonna be a few years, and we still gonna go out. And a few years later, she ended up becoming a beauticianist in her early 40s. And the first person said, "You remember I'm gonna take you out?" I said, "Mom, I'm in high school. I mean, I'm in high. Boy, you better be quiet. We gonna, I'm gonna take you out." I said, "Mom, I got money. I'm gonna take you out." And I saved money up, and I took my mother out. And she looked at me like she cried. She said, "I was gonna pay for you." I said, "No, I'm gonna take my mommy out." And then she wants steak. I said, "No, I'm gonna eat a burger. I'm gonna eat a cheeseburger and fries with you." Detail, y'all. Detail. See, mother teach children of the little things that means in life. They ingrain of you the little things in life. They remember stuff like that. And it helps out the long when you
That
have
is true,
conversations.
JT. That is true. They remember it for life, like us.
They remember it. And it does play a role. And I'm talking about as a man, there's a certain demand of the little things. And I thank my late mother for that. I thank my late. That's why, like when I said when I had relationships in the past, I said I don't have those things, but I do little things. And she always say this: when a woman do not appreciate the other things that a man can bring to that is genuine, she is not the one for you. And I'm just saying that these are things that I know in the past say because Sister Amanda has talked about it and Foot Soldier has talked about it. I know because of my Underrated Darkness channel, we used to have these conversations. And these are the conversations that mothers need to have because it's very essential. The little things. That's what mothers had to really sit down with their sons and tell them this is what you're looking for. This is what it is. You gotta give them the counsel. You gotta give it to them. That's why our little boy is what it is right now. I'm not blaming the mother. No, 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 no. But I'm just saying you gotta pay attention to detail because mother knows best.
Mm-mm.
And I totally agree. And let me say this. Although JT just said mothers know best, there's a lot of fathers that know best as well. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? However, we're celebrating moms right now. And when Father's Day come, I hope we can have the same panel because I give accolades both sides. And what you said and y'all talking, I can't read the chat, you know. However, um, with moms, um, oh my God, yeah, JT, you said a lot of powerful stuff. And because both of our moms are not here,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
So, like, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't even know Mother's Day was Sunday until last week. That's how Satan has divided
Mm-hmm.
family.
Mm-hmm.
If y'all catch what I'm saying without saying it.
Yeah.
Now, with that being said, I want to say this, or moms, because we celebrate moms. Now, dads, I hear y'all too, but when y'all time come, hopefully JT will do the same panel. But right now he said, I want to honor my late mom. So we're talking about moms. So with that being said, everything you said, JT, was so real and powerful.
Thank
And while you were saying that, it made me just regulate on a lot of things, you know. Even with I think Foot Soldier probably said this earlier. Um, I don't know when you said it. There's a lot of things like when we get hurt. I think it was you, Jay. When we get hurt by our moms and we love them, and we really want to tell them, look, this is what I'm going through, sometimes, you feel like they won't accept it. And now, let me speak for me. Let me be transparent.
Mhm.
So, my mom raised 5 kids because my dad was an in and out dad. He was an in and out dad. Sometimes he feel like a nut, sometimes he didn't. Right?
Uh-huh.
But I was his first daughter, and I was a baby girl. I was a daddy's girl. Right? He was a piece of shit. I didn't know that in my youth as a little girl. Nevertheless, my mom allowed him to come in and out and pop 4 babies in her. Okay? You right? But I love my dad. However, I watched the strength of my mom. Her Now that I'm older and me and her started talking, I was like, Mom, why did you? Because this how much respect I give my father, and I love him to life. Don't get it twisted. But
Mm-hmm.
everybody call him Sonny. My mom never made us call him Dad, and so I call him Sonny too. You know what I mean? But I was his baby girl. I went everywhere with him, but I call him Sonny. Catch that on, right? So with
Right.
my mom, I was like, Mom, once I got older, I said, why did you let Sonny keep coming back? And you held the house down, you held it by himself every time he get in trouble or his parents and he had to run, you just opened the door. My mom, Christian woman at that time, was strong. And however, I didn't get everything that she did, but I got to give her a happy Mom's Day in heaven because she did as a righteous Proverbs 31 woman should do. She did all that. She never drank, none of it. And you could drink, you could smoke, but we're not saying that. But what I'm saying is, she just got with a bad boy, my
Yeah.
dad, right? However, she stood firm on making sure she raised all 5 of us with the fear of the Most High, teach us the word, and did it by herself. So I want to say to all the moms that go through, even when I'm listening to JT's story, you know, hats off. Even with me, I don't want to talk about me, but hats off to the ancestors and the elders because I wouldn't be me had they not been them. For Soldier right now, JT, we wouldn't even be able to sit on this platform understanding one another had we not had a great elder as the female realm in our lives. However, females in the nowadays, yeah, there is no more of them. Matter of
That's
fact, I'm
good.
gonna say it like this: me, according to age wise, me and Foot Soldier are the only what you call nanas left in the realm because everybody else chasing the bag.
Okay.
Mothers,
Hold on. You can't say that.
that don't tell me what I can say for children. This is not your turn to talk. See this, I cannot. Oh, for soldiers. Anyway, I just want to say shout out to all you strong moms that figured it out, went through the hell, hot water back again, listening to JT talk about his mom. It reminded me of my story about my mom. However, like I said, it didn't come with instructions. Hey, you're not gonna be the next person, mom. You're not gonna be the next child, mom. Just be the mom that God sent you to be to that child. Hats off for Sophie. I'm going on mute. Don't do me. I can't stand her. I love her to
Man,
life.
let me tell you this though too, and I don't want you to. I want y'all to mute yourself, foot soldier. I want you to get into it too.
What?
When I did talk about my mom's, tonight's supposed to be tomorrow, but I thought about this. It's like, you know what? There are mothers out there that need to speak. They need to speak. I was in that spirit. I was in that spirit that I want to hear mothers. I want to hear mothers in our community that tell the people that they are still mothers that love our community, and they do whatever they can to help and aid and get nourishment and stuff. And I'm being
Yes, yes,
and
yeah,
I'm being honest with you. I'm being honest. I'm very agitated. I thought maybe probably I'm not gonna say a lot of mothers, but I thought probably maybe a little of probably want to come on and tell their stories about the relationship with their sons and what y'all had done. And I just thought that could be, you know what I mean? Have a fact, I could have a full panel, but because I do want to see the black mothers engage with each other. You know the son and stuff like that. And then just me, I just be a mediator. I just drop a little questions here and there. But I accept tonight for what it is, and I'm glad. And God had provided me of two great mothers on the panel, and these mothers has looked out for me, throughout the years, y'all. These are my sisters. You know, these are the ones. These they see me grow. They see me. I used to do my thing on YouTube, so they see me grow, and I'm very, very, very honest and truthful with this. Is by what my mother instilled in me that I got to know these women, and they became my sisters. That make sure that in their own way they protect me, and I just want to let y'all know. Thank you so much throughout the years to put up with me. And I just want to do just trying to be a strong black man to just stand up for doing what's right. And I just want to thank both of y'all. Y'all can talk. I'm mute.
You're welcome.
you're welcome.
I
Go ahead.
just like to let men be men, okay?
Wait, is that all the bossy chick had to say? I thought I put on mute for her to say everything. I cannot stand for shit. I'm snorkeling. Oh my god. For Soja. She's like,
Yeah,
I thought you was
it's
about to bring the whole
true. It's
story.
true. No, I'm
But
just
yeah, you got more to
saying.
say. You got more to say. I'm going on mute. Go ahead.
Oh my God. Oh, I don't know what to say really. For me, with my boys, when I knew they was growing up and father was in their life, but we wasn't together. I woke up one morning and they both were dressed. One was 12 and the other one was 10. And they was like, Mom, we can walk to school by ourselves. I was like, okay, I let them. It just, you see the growth in your sons and your daughters as time go on. So for me, it's very important as a mom to pay attention, let them have a voice, let them express their grievances as well, not in a way that's disrespectful. You understand me? In a way where you can talk to them and they could talk to you. One thing that you don't do with kids, don't do the I told you so. Because if you do the I told you so, they won't talk to you about things that's going on with them, whether it's in school, whether it's outside where they playing at, whether it's some adult that's bothering them, because you had a lot of adults back then that was harassing kids, would say the most egregious things to your child. You want them to come and talk to you. They're not going to talk to you about everything, but some of the things could be very important. You have to have a connection. It has to be a bond there. They have to know that you love them no matter what. If they done something wrong, you want them to tell you. Then you take it from there.
And you know what? I actually ditto everything she just said. She said everything that I was about to say, like ditto that. And she's 100% correct. And that's what effed us up with us. Our parents didn't allow us to express what was going on with us. You know what I mean? And our kids, I always said, okay, so since my mom and them didn't let me talk and I was being molested, I'm gonna let my kids have a voice. But I, like you said, for soldier, make sure they do speak to you respectful, but let them have a voice. Let them say what's going on with them
So
as
you
parents.
never sat down and talked to your mom?
Huh?
You never sat down and talked to your mom like
Yes, I
JD?
did. Yes, I did. Yes,
When
I did.
JT
Yes, I did.
talked to his mom?
Say it again?
When JT told the story of how he sat down and talked to his
Yeah, I
mom?
did. Man, JT knows that. I talked to my mom. So what happened is, since you asked, like the here you go. So since you asked,
Is it
so
a
what
long
happened
story?
is, no, stop. See, I cannot stand this with soldier. I'm making short. So I talked to my mom, but she didn't understand as an adult that I was really crying out for help as I had kids and all. She was robbing me to go pick up a check. And I was like, Mom, I need you to understand. All I wanted you to tell me you love me. And and so I shocked her to where she had to say, like, always knew I loved, but my mom didn't know how to say I love you because she was never taught to say I love you. So since she wasn't taught it, I made it my business to teach my kids to say I love you. My story over.
I was timing it. I messed up. Find
You,
out
you
how.
know what, JT? You know what? Yeah, time her out. Cause somebody in this chat time put soldier out there. But
That
you
was
also
that
oh
was our
you know,
quickest one this time.
yes, you are oh.
Yeah, I good job, man. Y'all gonna have me laughing all night, man. I can't do
But like what soldier said, let your kids be. You're not your kids. You lived your life. You were once them, and they may do it different. However, be there for them. Don't say I told you so. Even if they fucked up and they come back to you, embrace them with open arms. Don't say, "Oh, I knew you would come back to me." I told no. You be like, "Okay, what you need? Where you at? All right, what I need to do? Okay, that's it." Moms, listen, it's hard. Even when dads walk away, it's hard. Especially when you got a son that love you to life. My son loved me to life and back again. He can curse me. When he get frustrated in the streets, he'll come home and come in the house and go. I'll be like, son, what's going on? But guess what? He knew whatever he went through, he can come home and talk to mommy about it. Period. And that's what you want your children to feel. Yes, I told him not to do that. Yes, I would have. However, my son lost his life, not nothing in the streets. But I always, every Monday was my family day for my kids. I
yeah.
say, listen, I had 3 biological kids that came out my coochie. So because I wanted to understand their life, stop, stop.
Yo, that's old school, y'all. So that's old school right there. Okay, go ahead.
So, anyways, to make a long story short, they're your kids to the end. They're your kids. I don't give a fuck if they get on your nerve. They your kids till you die. And always keep your door open. Period.
Yeah, and also let me say this: that actually fathers they have to take on mother responsibilities because sometimes the wife has passed away and the mother has passed away, and so shout out to them too. I know people say, "What about she ran away?" This and that happened too, but I know this much that there are some had they got sick and the father had to take over. At the same time, they still have to rely on mother, especially like and I want the young people to hear this, especially young girls. Stop saying that you don't need your mother. Stop saying that, and then all of a sudden, when you get into trouble, you want your mother back because you are taking advantage of her love. You're taking advantage of her. You're taking advantage of her nurturing. Because one day you're gonna end up being a mother, and you wants to be respected too. And even young boys, when you have a mother that stress has let you know, listen, this is how our family look like. You see me and your fathers together. You need to look at that young man and understand she understands family. And let me tell you, she fights for her family. And you have to understand that too. With her mother, with the mother and the father works together. When your mother take you to doctor's appointment, when your mother have to set up, have to do certain things, and at the same time she still had, especially if she had more than one or two kids, she had to know each child had to be a nurture to had to know when to nourish a child, learn or know how to discipline them, and they get them to kick up and everything. Sometimes the mother has to spend some money to feed the family because sometimes the father not giving them they're not giving the father enough to survive and stuff like that. And you gotta understand there's a lot of work being a mother. I'm gonna tell you, it was at times that my mother have to step in and help my mother and father feel less than a man to the way how the system is. And I remember it was one time, my father he came and we got a nice paycheck. And he was a chef, nice paycheck. And my father, here's some money. Now my mom's like, no, you just give me the money. I do what I have to do. You put some in your pocket. And my mom gave me $20. That's gonna be you. But mom, what you have, my son? I ain't worrying about it. I'm a half. I'm going to half, but you take that 20 and you spend it wisely now. Enough on a school trip and we went to a certain place. And understand at that time in special education when you go on your fields, sometimes the funds did not cover us to have lunches to go on trips. So sometimes the parents have to make sure they bring their own food. But sometimes it was hard back then because the parents had to make sure, especially we're talking about mothers now, but with the father, but I'm talking mothers now. Sometimes they had to. Sometimes you only you can eat breakfast. You cannot eat lunch. So they have to say they have to make ends meet to make sure that you be fed throughout dinner. And so understand that the sacrifice that the mother have to do to worry about her kids, to feed their kids. And sometimes they take part of her plate and give to you. Because you know why? Because my mother had done it to me being the youngest, and me being on asthma, I had to eat, and at the same time find out, then that if I don't eat a certain amount of time, I get sick. I get very, even to this day, if I don't eat a certain amount of time, I get weak and sick. That actually happened to me like a few years ago. I did food shopping, and it was funny. It was back in 2020, and then this was out of my old apartment, and then all of a sudden I sat on the table. I mean, not sat. I sat on the stairway, and I was like really sweating. And it was in the summertime too, and I actually hit my mother and said, "Boy, you know better. You know if you don't eat, you worry you get sick." And then that got me up, put my key in the door. I just drop everything on the table and eat. I put the stuff up, took my time, and I slept. So when mother gave you jewels, it would never leave you. Sometimes you could do something else. Oh, I'm not gonna do it this way. Whoa, I'm not gonna walk that way. Whoa, why I'm not gonna deal with a person? Because you know why? Mother intuition and counsel and nourishing. It stays with you even when you get older. And so her insights, she is still in you as a baby going to you. I'm talking about as a little boy. It goes to girls too, little girls too. But I'm talking about for me, baby, young boy, young man, and a man. It stays with you. The mother gave you certain standards to be respected. It stays with you. Moral stays with you because mother is still things like that of nourishing, of being respectful. No, no, you no. You see that? Do I act this way? No. Okay. So you think that I'm gonna let you treat myself that way? And these are the things that I believe that mothers need to talk about. And I think that I hope mothers that after wherever this live is over, the mother child, I hope the mothers out there that actually listen to a man that gathers, sister Amanda gathers a sister foot soldier, because they are dropping jewels tonight. And I feel that we need to hear those. You need to hear it because we actually see mothers now, they put their career first or they want to be on TV while the kids is suffering. So this is what
See,
I'm saying.
I'm sorry to cut you off. Now you open up a whole can of worms when you said mothers that put their careers before their kids. Stay tuned for a part two.
Yeah, it's going to be a part two. And so I'm just letting you know right now. I already know Amanda Gathers and Foot Soldier going to head this. And I know that it's not going to go good or someone. But this is what I'm going to do. When I set it up, I'm just going to be the mediator. I'm going to be the one. All right, now let's calm down and stuff like that. I'm going to be the mediator and life with together and for
Wait,
so.
I'm in the background cracking up. He said, I already know it's not going to go good.
Why do
I
we
mean,
need? Why do we need a mediator?
that part. The fuck? Let it be.
I'm going to
We
be
don't
there.
need no goddamn. Matter of
I
fact,
don't-
Foot Soldier is the mediator. I'm
No,
gonna be.
no. I'm not no
She
mediator.
say no. Come on, bruh. Stop.
I
You
don't
already know
want
how
to
it
be
go.
no mediator. He can
Okay,
do.
You
so
don't want to be, but you are. Cause if you on
No,
a
I'm
platform, you be
not.
like, no. Wait.
No. Everybody gonna have a say. Everybody entitled to how
Absolutely.
they feel about the situation.
Absolutely.
but I would say this for soldier. Man, I can tell you. But when we do this, they got to stick to the topic.
Okay.
Fact.
They gotta
Fact.
stick to the topic. They can't
Fact.
no. We ain't talking about no fathers. Forget the father. We talking about
Fact.
mother. We
Fact.
gotta make sure that. Gotta make sure.
And guess what? JD gonna do a part on the fathers. When Father's Day come,
Yeah, before
me
same
and
thing
my
fathers
brother,
come up.
he gonna do it.
Fathers too. I'm doing
Yes.
fathers too.
Father's Day is every day. Shit.
What? Get out of here! I haven't heard that in a long time.
I don't like when Mother's Day come, they tell the fathers Happy Mother's Day, huh? Or vice
And then you know
versa.
what I don't like? You're right.
That burns me up.
Mm.
And you're right. I don't like they celebrate Mother's Day so widely. Now when Father's Day come, it's so lowly. That's that shit I don't like.
Mm.
Well, I
Well,
mean, it's the money grab as far as that's concerned, but as in your house and your daily life, you're being celebrated by your family. So you really don't have to have a big announcement about it. It'll show.
Yeah. But I
Fact.
think that yeah, but I think that what we're gonna do when we do a part two, I want y'all to mention that because if I mention that, oh, you just bashing women, what I want to know why you doing that. We can never get a break and stuff like that. But
You
Jack,
talking about women or men say that to you?
women say that to me. Oh, you beat up women. I beat up men. I talk about men too.
No,
So
Yeah,
man,
and
all the time.
he does. He goes both. But like I said, the only reason why I said part two, because if they look at your title, you said contribute to your mom for
right.
Mother's Day. So we're talking about
Wow,
moms
right.
in this life. Now, don't get it twisted. Jay gonna get a man. There, and matter of fact, let me say this. The ones that say, oh, Jay always talking about the men and bashing with no, he doesn't. He see both sides, but he's that y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. He just calling out the obvious. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
Yeah.
if it's the obvious with the women or men, he just gonna call it out. Maybe you didn't catch this other live when he called it out, but he's called it out. But tonight's live, if you go look at the title, he's honoring his mom.
And I
Period.
and I honoring other mothers too. And at the
Well,
same
that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying
right.
is, if
Okay.
you're honoring your mom, we're talking about moms.
Yeah.
Now, Father's Day come, me and Foot Soldier will be right back here talking about because I got like Foot Soldier said, y'all don't give our black brothers enough of accolades. So I
Not
want to
saying that
be here
they,
for Father's Day.
no,
I
people
want
get
to
it
give my
twisted.
brothers the accolades.
I'm not saying that they supposed to get a medal for being fathers.
Right.
They just seemed a little unappreciated to me.
That part. And I'm with you. So when Father's Day come, me and you gonna be right here on the panel with JT and we gonna go in. I feel like too, like y'all not giving enough of our brothers their medals. That's just
No,
my
no,
opinion.
no, no medals. Medals
Y'all
is
not even
something that they
y'all
supposed
not
to
even
do.
acknowledging
No.
the
Yes,
little
there
bit
you
they
go.
do. Okay, next
Yes,
case.
they get criticized more than anything.
Well, this is what I'm gonna do, right? I'm gonna do the same thing. It's gonna be a little different for fathers and stuff.
Yeah, because I think it's gonna be men up there talking.
Yes.
I much rather see the men up there talking, not the women.
Wow.
Facts with Joja.
I thought
Facts.
that's what I thought tonight was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be some men gonna come tonight and talk about their mothers and
Talk
stuff.
about their mothers.
That's what I want. I want it to be a mixture, you know.
Right.
And I noticed that too throughout the years, though. For soldier in life with a man of God, and I'm telling people in the clouds, if you notice, if you ever look at my underrated darkness, and even right now with foot soldier, the man that gathers, they like to talk to men more than they talk to women. That's a right asset? Is that
But
right?
who, who,
I would.
who are you saying they? Who is they?
Me and you.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. And
yeah.
you know what? You hit it right on the nose. Because what happened is, I'm so glad you brought that up. So just yesterday, I was somebody sent me my high school picture. And I always said in my high school, I always hung with the males. It's not that I wanted to date them. It's just that females had too much catty bitch shit going on. I didn't
Ooh.
want no parts of it. So I hung with the basketball famous players. I went to the prom with the most famous basketball player. However, I ain't gonna lie. Yes, I'm a female, but you bitches got too much
What?
drama. I'd rather hang around nudes.
Yeah, I did too. So much so. This is how I was coming up when I was coming up. So they was playing football. So being a Tom girl, I wanted to play. And this dude named Daryl, he was like, okay, since you want to be a boy, I'm going to treat you like a boy. That nigga hit me in my throat. I couldn't breathe. I didn't play no more football with those guys after that. We had to be like, what, 18, 17, 18 years old? But that's how it was back then. When it
Fact.
comes, I feel like this. I don't think women should be in the military, police department.
Hmm?
Talk
Um,
about it. Talk about it, girl. Say it.
Oh,
um,
wow.
I'm probably get some heat for it, but
It don't matter. Say it.
prison, especially prison system, no,
Facts.
no.
Hmm?
I think as time went on, as women, we have a lane. People don't want to hear it. It's a lane, and we took that lane and made a goddamn jump rope out of it. Let the
Damn.
men be men and women be women. That don't mean bowing
Jesus.
down to a man, but it's just gotten outrageous when it comes to now it's a war, men against women, instead of us
Facts.
getting together and trying to build something. We're busy
Facts.
tearing it down. And
Facts.
anything we get that we can do something with, we run it in a hole.
Facts.
Hmm.
Yo, you just smell you just spoke a mouthful. Actually, you summed up it. And did y'all hear what Footsoul just said? And that is the problem with our melanated people. Just what Footsoul just said in a mouthful. That's it, and that's all. If you don't get it, then you're gonna fall. Like I'm trying to roll with what she said. We have damaged each other so much.
Yeah.
What are you trying to do?
It gets worse before it gets better. We always gonna have to go do something to get to something better. That's just the way life is.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Well, I gotta make a telephone call. We're gonna cut this short. Cut it like this because I think we did enough. First soldier, I want you to make your last remarks, and I want you to stay here. Sister Madagascar, make your last remarks, and I want both of you to stay right there, make your last remarks, so we can close this out as a family. First
I
soldier.
just I just wanted to say thanks for having me. Looking forward to more conversations like this in the
Mm-hmm.
future coming. Thanks. That's it.
I just want to say happy.
Time.
What happened?
I said time.
I love that girl. Anyways, so I just want to say, although I don't celebrate vegan, those holidays, but because they say it's happy Mother's Day is every day. Father's Day is every day. But I'm so appreciative, JT, that you did this live to allow us to talk about the things that we go through as moms. You know, whether you're a biological mom or adoptee mom. I'm both. I just want to say it didn't come with a manual. And I pray for all you moms out there. And I hope that you enjoy your day tomorrow, if that's what you're celebrating. But however, after tomorrow leave, you always been a mom. Hats off and hearts to you.
Yeah, that is true. I want to thank y'all. I want you to go check out the live that I did earlier. Matter of fact, before I close it out, let me put that. Let
I
me put.
was in there live, JT.
Yeah, you was. I'm talking about Manny, right? Yeah, you was. You sure was. You sure was. Um, um I'm gonna put that link in in this chat so people can go. This is what I did earlier. This is write this early. Let's see. Yeah, it's very powerful stuff. But there you go. Early live. Yeah, but I want to thank y'all, and I will keep in contact with your foot soldier. If you do, if you're around to get on, when you get on the panel, all right,
Okay.
all right, and I love y'all. Thank you, Amanda Gathers. Thank you so much.
Love
This is
you.
the last.
Love you too. Good night, for soldier. Love you guys.
All
Yeah,
right,
good night.
Amanda. Have a good night here.
All right, have a good
All
night.
right,
Again.
JT, you as well.
All right, thank you so much. Love you.
No problem. Love you as well.
All right. That's my two sisters. For so this is the last of the underrated morning. I mean, underrated mother shout out, and shout out to the mothers. Keep on doing your thing. Keep on loving the world. About the mothers is doing the right thing. So I want to thank y'all. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. And let me say one last thing. It's confirmed little by little that Kevin Samuels, brother Kevin Samuels has passed away. And there are people that are celebrating his death. They say he died and having champagne glasses. So I'm gonna talk about that tomorrow. Wait, matter of fact, today I mean. I don't know what time I'm gonna do it, but it needs to be said. So watch out for that. So again, this is the last of the underrated mother shout out. Thank y'all, and good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. This one is Ghost.